Hey guys, what's up? It's Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing the first sentence challenge with my friend Hope from It's Hope Books.
Hello.
This challenge was really big back in like 2014. At least that's when I first saw it, but I guess it is being revived by the internet. So we're going to be doing that today. We have each chosen 10 books for the other person, and the goal of the game is to have the most points. And the way you earn points is by how quickly you can guess what the book is after reading the first sentence. So you get up to 3 points. You get 3 points for getting it right on the first sentence, 2 points for getting it right on the second sentence, and then 1 point for getting it right on the final or the third sentence. There is a rule, like an extra way to get points. You could get half a point if you were to read the last sentence of the book, but because we don't have access to the last pages of some of these books, we're not going to be able to do that. We just got rid of that rule in general. If you're curious, yes, this is part 2. If you want to go watch part 1, it's on Hope's channel. And I will let Hope introduce herself really quickly, and then we will get started.
Okay, so I'm Hope from It's Hope Books. I am a fantasy and romance and contemporary reader, and I always struggle with introductions. So,
I do too.
yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this. And also, should we mention the little challenge that we have for this?
Yes. So we have decided that the winner of the game gets to choose a book to put on the loser's TBR for next month. If you're curious how the results came out for part 1, go watch Hope's video and see the absolute chaos that ensued.
It was chaos because, without spoiling, but we decided halfway through the video to basically screw our original plan and do other things.
Yeah, there was that too. So, yeah. I will also leave all of the link to part 1, all of Hope's social media stuff down below so that you guys can subscribe and follow her, and as well as my own in case you want to stalk me on the internet. Just a friendly reminder that every Friday I start usually between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. MST for my Friday reading and productivity sprints, so feel free to join us for that. And if you have been keeping up with those, you would know that Hope is not a stranger to the channel.
Oh no.
So, let's get started. Do you want to read first, or do you want me to read first?
I'll give you one first, since when we did my video, you gave me the one first.
Okay, sounds good.
Or at least I think. My memory is awful.
We filmed that at like 11:30 at night, and it is, in fact, almost 1 p.m. the next day.
We did sleep in between the filmings. We should say
yes,
that.
We did sleep. So, ready when you are.
Okay. And these are a mix of easy and hard. Also, Morgan has been reading for a lot longer than I have, so a lot of mine are more fresh in my memory.
Yeah. So, and not all of my read books are on Goodreads.
Yeah. So I had to go with what I was given.
Yes.
So, first, the colors.
First, the colors. Is that one the Book Thief?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, read it? Yeah.
We only have a few hours, so listen carefully.
We have a few hours. You're sure I've read this?
You have said to me multiple times that you've read this.
Have you read it?
No.
Okay. Was it published within the last 10 years?
I don't remember when it was published.
Okay, that's fair.
You're also asking for way too many hints on the first line. We should limit it to 1 hint per sentence.
Okay. We have a few hours to listen up. No, it's not the Maze Runner.
Nope.
Hours. It's not Akamath.
Nope.
Or Akawar.
Nope.
It's not Akafath either.
Nope.
It's not. Is it This Is Where It Ends?
Nope.
Damn. Okay. Next line.
If you're hearing this story, you're already in danger.
Oh, the Kane Chronicles.
Which book?
Oh, Red Pyramid.
Yes. So that's 2 points.
Yes.
That is one that I will be reading at some point, but...
Well, yeah. And if you're curious what we mean by that, stay tuned for probably my next video. Something. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes.
There is something haunting about a body touched by magic.
Bodies touched by magic.
Yes.
So fantasy.
Yes. I'm 95% sure this is fantasy.
That 5% concerns me.
I mean... Oh, yeah, it is fantasy. I was like, what?
Okay. I don't even think I have any ideas. Because, like, I've read a lot of fantasy.
You have read a lot of fantasy.
Trying to remember. I literally cannot think.
Would you like a hint or the next line?
A hint.
I plan on reading it this month.
I don't know what the f is on your TBR.
You know that this book is.
Well, I've literally forgotten like every book besides like one that is on your TBR. So,
what's the one book?
Well, I know it's not because I know the first line of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you want the next line?
Yes.
Most people first notice the smell, not the rot of decay, but a cloying sweetness in their noses, a sharp taste on their tongues.
Well, I've literally forgotten like every book besides like one that is on your TBR. So,
what's the one book?
Well, I know it's not because I know the first line of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you want the next line?
Yes.
Most people first notice the smell, not the rot of decay, but a cloying sweetness in their noses, a sharp taste on their tongues.
I'm literally brain farting like half the books I've ever read.
That's fair.
It's not a Sarah J. Maas book.
No, it is not.
It's not a Cassandra Clare book.
No, it is not.
Because that clears out a bunch of books from my brain. brain farting on literally every other fantasy I've read.
You want a hint?
Yes.
You gave it 5 stars.
Oh my god, I gave it 5 stars? What did I give 5 stars? I still have no
All right,
idea.
You want
The third
the last
line.
one? The third line?
Yeah.
Rare individuals also sensed a tingle in the air.
I feel like I'll be an idiot for not knowing.
You're probably going to get pretty mad when I tell you what it
I
is.
know, it's like, the thing is almost like it's 5 star, but like, when did I read it?
I don't remember if you read it in 2019 or 2020.
Oh, that, great. Now I'm thinking, what books did I read in 2019 and 2020? And the answer is, I can't remember. That is like 250 books.
Yep.
I literally couldn't make a guess.
Do you want the last hint?
Yes.
I'm reading it for Witchathon.
Can you say them all again?
Yes. There's something haunting about a body touched by magic. Most people first notice the smell, not the rot of decay, but a cloying sweetness in their noses, a sharp taste on their tongues. Rare individuals also sensed a tingle in the air.
It's not from Blood and Ash, is it?
No, it is not.
I don't know why my brain went to that, but like, yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Serpentine Dove.
Oh, fuck, it is. Yeah, I read that in July 2020, so I'm due for a reread of that. I will go with this one. I don't even know what the first line actually is, so
that
could be super hard or super easy.
No points.
Oh, fuck, you're gonna get this right away.
What is it?
The first snow of winter had begun whipping through Valeris an hour earlier.
It's Akaphas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, good thing I picked a backup.
I debated between this and Wings and Ruin.
I was also debating between the two of those.
Because I was like, I know you've read this. And
I
like,
literally read this earlier this year. I think I read this in April.
yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I was like, oh, this will be easy. I didn't realize Valeris was in the first fucking sentence.
Yeah.
Because we're allowed to say locations, but not characters' names.
Yeah. A lot of my books are falling apart, I've noticed.
Mine is in perfect condition. Mine is basically in perfect condition because I've read it once.
I'm going to also throw Akhtar. Oh, Akhtar is already on the list. For sake of free reading fun. Okay. This one's going to be really easy.
Okay. As I'm probably not going to end up getting it.
I will be very surprised if you don't get this one. I've been locked up for 264 days.
Shatter Me.
Yup. It is.
Okay, yeah, that one is really easy.
Yep. All right, you ready?
I was locked in the library trying not to panic.
That one's By Your Side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, by Casey West. I need to reread that at some point.
I was like, that will either be easy or hard.
Well, it's the only book I've read that takes place in a library, I think.
Oh.
You ready?
Yeah.
The Angelus air was quiet, and for a while I lay still, listening to the sound of Blank's breathing.
What book starts with one character listening to the other breathing?
You want a hint?
I think so.
It is a sequel.
Okay. I don't think that helps.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can you say it again?
Yes. The angelus air was quiet, and for a while I lay still listening to the sound of Blank's breathing.
Yeah, I still don't think I got any idea.
Okay. Second line. It was getting harder and harder to catch him in a truly calm and happy moment, and I soaked up the time, grateful that he seemed to be at his best when he and I were alone.
It's like I recognize it, but I also don't at the same time.
Do you want another hint or the next line?
Hint.
The cover is red.
I don't remember what book covers look like half the time.
Yeah. That's fair, but this one's like glaringly red.
Okay. Now I'm like, ooh, Michelle, what do I own? And I own like one book that is glaringly red.
I don't know if you own a physical copy of this or if you read it on an ebook.
Honestly, I probably don't even know. Yeah, third line.
Okay. Ever since the selection had been narrowed down to 6 girls, he had been even more anxious than he was when the 35 of us arrived in the first place.
What is the third one called? The Elite.
Yes.
I had to look over there because I do own it. I do own it, but I was like,
I need to reread.
I didn't look at my like sci-fi shelf, like sci-fi dystopian-ish shelf.
I need to reread the first 3 books and then finish the series finally.
Ready?
Yes.
Until she met the exploding statue, Blank thought she was prepared for anything.
What?
I will say the second line.
Clockwork Angel?
Nope.
Okay. Exploding statue?
Yeah.
What have you read that has an exploding statue?
This book?
Well, clearly. I don't remember it. Oh, gosh. Exploding statue. Oh, Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac?
Nope.
Damn. Oh, yeah, she falls down the stairs in that one, I think. Can I have a hint?
I believe you've read it this year. I either confused you or gave you the answer.
It's not Daughter of the Deep.
No.
Because that starts off in the ocean. Statue?
Yeah.
Read it this year. What have I read this year? I've read over 50 books this year so far. I don't know. Ow.
You will get it for the second line, though, because I didn't realize it had the name of the thing.
Alright, what's the second line?
She paced the deck of their flying warship, the Argo II, checking and double-checking the ballistics to make sure they were locked down.
Shit. Which one is it? Is it Mark of Athena?
Yep.
Cool.
I did not, when I read the first line, I was like, oh yeah, that's vague enough, and starts reading the second sentence, well, fuck, it has the Argo.
0 points for the last book I read for you, The Elite?
I got 1.
Okay. I just have a...
Because as soon as you said down to this, 6, I was like, I know what that is!
Alright. It has been 64 years since the president and the consortium identified love as a disease, and 43 since the scientists perfected a cure.
Delirium.
Yes.
I had to think there for a second. I was like, what is the book called?
What have I read?
What have I read? Yeah, that I read in 2019.
I think I read that like a long ass time ago, though.
Yeah.
Probably back in like 2013 before I
would never reread it because the last book is absolute shit.
I haven't finished the series, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up reading it because I don't know.
Yay, then I'd have somebody to rant about the freaking ending with.
Yeah. Buddy read. Excuse me while I just subtly add that to the list. Alright.
This is like a preface, but I have a feeling you could maybe get it.
Okay.
But if you don't get it, then I do have the first.
Start of the first actual chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had more than my fair share of near-death experiences. It wasn't something you really ever get used to.
Is it Fallen by Lauren Kate?
No.
Okay. Shit, my fair share of near-death experience. It sounds fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So my hint was that it's fantasy.
Fantasy / paranormal. However you want to interpret it.
Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer?
Yep.
It is?
Yep.
Cool.
Because I was like that, or like the first chapter is, no one is staring at you, I promised myself.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know which one to pick, a preface or because a preface is almost kind of like a prologue.
God. Have you read the Twilight series?
No.
Would you ever want to read the Twilight series?
No.
All right, that's fair. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I did an ebook last time, so we're gonna do this one. They found blank this eve just outside the Blood Forest, dead.
From Blood and Ash.
Yes.
I still remember reading that first line and going, they did fucking what now?
Holmes?
This one will be easy if you remember it.
Okay.
It's like, night fell as death rode into the great library of Summershaw.
Is it Sorcery of Thorns?
Yep.
Cool!
When you mentioned it earlier, if you read it, I'm like, well, thank God I picked it.
Have you read it?
I've read it twice.
Okay, cool.
And did DIY sprayed edges on it, like 2 years ago, in the middle of freaking quarantine, because I had nothing else to do.
I need to reread that book soon.
I read it and reread it in February.
Alright. Ready?
Let me just mark it off. Yes.
They always screamed.
They always screamed.
Yes.
I recognize that, but I literally also can't pinpoint what book. They always screamed. Who always screamed? Why did they scream?
We don't know.
What book starts with people screaming? That
A
is
lot of them, actually.
honestly, probably, yeah. I'm thinking like we start off like in like a almost like a prison, but like not.
I mean, Kind of, but not really.
That still doesn't help. They always screamed.
Yes.
They always screamed. I can't even think of any that start off that way.
Would you like a hint?
Sure.
It is sci-fi.
Sci-fi? That equally narrows it down, but also I'm like, what fucking sci-fis have I read?
Yep.
Is it Reboot by Amy Tintira?
It is. You ready?
No, I need to. My phone needs to open. Yeah, this one, you have told me you have read it,
Okay.
but it wasn't on a list. Blank knew where they lived.
Blank knew where they lived. Is it fantasy?
No.
Blank. Is it the Angel Experiment?
No.
Okay. I got none.
You want the next line?
Yes, please.
Everyone in Fairview knew where they lived.
A Good Girl's Guide to Murder?
Yes.
Oh!
I remember you saying you read it when we were watching Heartstopper and Isaac was reading it. You're like, hey, I've read that!
Yeah, I did read that. That is also a very good book. I don't know if you've read it.
I haven't, but I want to. Yeah.
College had always seemed so crucial, such an essential part of what measures a person's worth and determines their future.
Okay, it's college. Characters talking about college.
Yes.
It's not One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, is it?
No.
Okay. I remember that is like the main character like isn't excited to be in college, so.
This is a prologue, not necessarily the first chapter.
Okay. That throws me way off now.
I apologize.
Character talking about college.
Yes.
What books take place in college?
There is a lot of them.
I know, but I'm trying to think of which ones I've read.
That might be a harder list to narrow down.
I know. Looking at my shelf is not gonna help, but we're doing it anyways. Yeah, I have no idea.
Alright. Do you want a hint or the next line?
Hint.
It is the first book in a series.
That still doesn't help, because I've started and finished about 8 million series, it feels like.
Yep.
Or I had them still ongoing.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Yeah, that still does not help at all.
You're right. You want the next line?
Yeah.
We live in a time where people ask which school you went to before asking your last name.
I know it's not this, but my brain went Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo.
No, it is not Ninth House.
The way my brain just went that, because I'm like, it takes place at a university.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair guess.
I literally have no idea.
Do you want another hint or the next line?
Sure, a hint.
This book has been adapted into a movie.
What the? What have I read that's been adapted? Even I'm questioning that. I can think of a couple, but I know it's not that. Next line.
All right. From an early age, I was trained really, to prepare for my education.
That literally does not help. I can't even make a guess because I can't even think of any.
Okay. Do you want another hint, or do you want me to reveal the book?
A hint.
The original cover for this book is blue.
That does not help. I'm awful with covers, so I give up.
It's After.
It fucking is.
Yeah.
I've read that book twice.
Yeah. You have.
Yeah, that does take place in a college.
Yeah.
The way that I read those books mainly out of almost spite. So they're just out of my brain. They don't exist in my brain. Ready?
Yes.
It was nearing midnight, and the Prime Minister was sitting alone in his office, reading a long memo that was slipping through his brain without leaving the slightest trace of meaning behind.
That's the Order of the Phoenix, isn't it?
No.
No. Half-Blood Prince.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. There is blood under my fingernails.
Oh. I feel like I know this, but I also am blood under fingernails. What starts with blood under fingernails? Blood under fingernails. Oh my gosh. Blood under fingernails.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I should know this. But I also have no idea simultaneously.
Would you like a hint?
Sure.
This is a retelling.
Oh, Christian Dark and Lonely.
Yes. All right.
I feel like I would have gotten it the second line if you wouldn't have told me a hint thinking about it.
Yeah. All right. Last one for both of us.
I will go Nicer, I think.
Okay.
Oh. You're gonna get it.
All right.
Oh, we'll be nice. The last thing I wanted to do on my summer break was blow up another school.
The Titan's Curse?
Nope.
Battle of the Labyrinth.
Yep.
Ah, okay. This one's pretty simple, so I think you're going to get this one. Blank had forgotten how many times she'd been told that she would kill her true love.
I recognize that I'm brain farting on the title.
Yes.
Look here, I'm I don't think I own it. Blank had been told. My brain is trying to figure out who is Blank so that I can remember the title, but I can't remember who Blank is. The Raven Boys.
Yes.
So I had to think. I'm what books have that? And then my God.
All right. So the tally is in. You finished the game with 20 points. I finished the game with 28 points.
That Whoa.